Howdy guys, welcome to the next installment of the 30-day Flying Chef YouTube video challenge. Each day I try and give you a look around Surfers Paradise and the Gold Coast, which is my home, just to get a bit of insight where I'm from and this lovely area. So yesterday, I told you a little bit about how the Flying Chef came to be. So I'll tell you about the first episode when we flew to Labuan Bajo. I'd never been on TV before, had no idea what I was doing. Fortunately, the production company they're pretty good. They knew not to jam the camera in my face first day, and I was nervous as hell, had no idea what I was doing. So we went out and did the diving. They had all the underwater setup going on, so I was completely comfortable with all of that. And every now and then they just sort of, shove the camera in front of my face and say something. And, normally I'm never lost for words, but when there's a camera all of a sudden jammed in your face, you're like, what do I say? Shit, like I got no idea. Anyway, it gets a bit easier, but the first episode, definitely not. And anyway, the first dive, we were down there, and at the end of it, we saw this dugong. It was just amazing because these guys they're pretty rare and they're very, very timid. So if they see other divers or people, they normally bugger off in the other direction. But this guy hung around for a good minute. We captured it all on film. So that'll be in the first episode. I'm so excited for you guys to see that. I think it was the next day. We went, where did we go? To search for the Komodo dragon. These things are just amazing. They're venomous. And a guy actually did die the week before we got there. That you're given specific instructions not to veer away from your guide. And this guy sort of snuck off to his own thing, wanted to take some photos, and he was looking at one of the dragons and didn't see another one come up and bite him from behind. So they're very venomous, and because Palau Rincha, where the Komodo dragons are, is quite isolated. It took quite a while for him to get to a hospital, and by then the venom had spread, so they had to amputate his leg, and it was a little bit too late, and sadly he died. So if you do go there, or any place where there's dangers like that, listen to what the guides say. It's they're not joking around. Anyway, a good story I'd like to tell you is my first cooking segment, which was the locals cooking segment in the night market. After we've been out diving all day, it was just awesome. We saw so much great stuff. And coming back, it was about an hour from the dive site, and I started to get real nervous because not only had I not done much work with the camera before, but now I was going to be in a public, crowded place doing a cooking segment, and had absolutely no idea how it was going to turn out. We had no plans. We just wing this, everything's on the go. So we get down to the night market, found some fish, and I was there with my dive guide Geordie. He's a legend. Yeah, he'll be watching this. So we grabbed a piece of calamari and a red emperor, and cleaned it all up and cooked it on the barbecue. And I'm as nervous as hell. I'm sunburned from the day, from that day. I didn't take any sun cream, and there I am in Indonesia, like the place where you need sunscreen the most. And I wanted some chili, some sambal to put on the fish and the seafood that we're cooking. And the little bird's eye chilies, the sambal that's made, and I said to Geordie just jokingly, I said, look, I'll give you $1 if you eat one. And he goes, okay. And I'm like, well, if you eat one, I have to eat one. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, oh shit, what have I got myself in for? So we both put the chili in our mouth and crunch away, and at first it's like a capsicum. It's like, oh, this isn't hot. And then it just hits you, and you're like, oh, wait a second. And then I thought this was like the worst thing that could possibly happen. I almost vomited, and the camera's in my face. But as the producer knows best, he says this makes great television. So it's not edited out at all. When you get to see the first episode, there's me eating a chili, burning up, and dry reaching in front of the camera. So anyway, it's good that you guys can have a little bit of a laugh, because I certainly wasn't laughing at the time. So anyway, that's just one story of the many that I can tell you from when we were filming. What I'm going to do is just drip feed them to you. I'm not going to tell you everything all at once. Like I said, this is a 30-day video challenge. So just keep coming back, keep watching, and you're either going to love me or hate me. Thanks for watching now anyway. Subscribe to the Flying Chef YouTube channel for more, and you can also check out the webpage www.theflyingcheftv.com. Awesome guys, I'll see you tomorrow. The sign says butterfly press, but I don't see any butterflies anywhere.